She knew if she entered the manor, she would stop being human. And she went anyway, because for years the same man had been waiting for her, not in memories, not in dreams, but somewhere deeper, somewhere that felt like it had always known her name, and the villagers hadn't warned her by accident, because she wasn't the first girl the manor had called, just the first who came willingly. The door opened before she touched it, slow and welcoming, the air inside warm with something watching, something aware. And at the far end of the hall, he was already there, still and certain and unsurprised, like this moment had already happened 1,000 times before, like she had always been meant to find him. And when he stepped forward, she felt it instantly. Not fear, but recognition. Because he had known her long before she ever knew him, had felt her heartbeat for years, every pulse echoing in the dark, until she became something he needed, something he had waited too long to touch. When he moved closer, the world seemed to narrow around them, the space collapsing into something inevitable, something that made leaving feel impossible. Because this wasn't a meeting, it was something pulling itself together after being separated for too long. His hand found hers, and the moment their skin touched, her breath broke, her body responding before her mind could catch up. And suddenly everything else, the manor, the world, the life she came from, felt distant, like it had already begun to fade. And when he pulled her closer, it wasn't hunger she noticed first. It was restraint, the kind that trembles, the kind that feels like it might snap at any second, because he wasn't taking her, wasn't claiming her the way something like him should, and that was what made it worse. His hand rose slowly to her throat, her pulse alive beneath his fingers, fragile and temporary and unbearably tempting. And when his fangs lowered, it should have ended there. It should have been simple, but he stopped, frozen, his entire body tightening like something inside him was breaking, because if he crossed that line, there would be no return. Not for her, not for him. And in that moment, she understood the truth. He had taken every other girl who came here, but not her. She should have stepped away then, should have chosen the life still waiting outside, but instead she moved closer, because the fear of losing herself felt smaller than the fear of leaving him behind. And that was the moment everything shifted. Because this was what he had wanted, what he had waited centuries for. And now that it was finally in front of him, real, willing, his to take, he understood the cost. To have her would mean destroying her, and wanting her wasn't enough to make him do that. So instead of claiming her, instead of turning her into something eternal and empty, he did the one thing that cost him more than hunger ever could. He let her go, not gently, not easily, but completely, pulling. Her clothes just once, as if memorizing something he would never be allowed to touch again, feeling the warmth of her, the fragile rhythm of her heartbeat, the life that would never belong to him. And then stepping back before he lost the strength to stop himself, because loving her meant choosing her humanity over his desire. And as she walked away at dawn, untouched and yet no longer whole, she realized the truth too late. She hadn't escaped him. She had survived him. And some hungers don't end when you survive them. They follow you, quietly, forever.